Welcome to the Die As Cast podcast.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Die As Cast podcast. This is episode 29 of Unseating Mavros. We open with all of our characters, except Maeve, who is yet unarrived, all gathered at the...
What do you mean?
Unarrived?
We're all here,
Unarrived.
One,
Unarrived.
2, 3.
We're all together.
This sucks. We said an hour.
They all gather at the grand entrance, just as the last of the temple processionals roll in to the seat of Mavros. Maeve, who had been unable to get past the puffing bridge, had gone under the road, had seen the mechanism for the bridge, gone inside, fought off zombies, had fought off a dark satyr who was a member of the cult of the Black Goat, and managed to unsabotage.
Is that a double negative?
Double
To
negative.
stop the sabotage of the bridge mechanisms that the cult and their insectoid allies had been working on.
Wow, she really is the best of us, hey?
Yeah, it's true.
Holy crap.
Unappreciated, Maeve has single-handedly brought the puffing bridge back in operation, allowing her to race back into the center of town and eat up with her long-lost love, Veridon.
Hi, Kevin. It's Griffin from the Die As Cast podcast, and also your
hi,
son.
Griffin.
I
Hi,
need to
Griffin.
know if it's puffing bridge or puffin bridge, like the bird or the verb.
The listeners really want to know.
The verb.
Puffing.
Puffing.
Like the magic dragon.
Like,
if you were a bridge.
Yeah, piff.
What?
No?
There is also puff.
Which
But
is
there is
also...
I think
No,
there's
there's a
verb.
comedian named Piff, the magic dragon.
Correct. I think
I'm
he's a comedian
sorry.
magician.
Since when? What?
Comedian magician, there you go.
I need to retire. I can't handle this much. I'm sorry. Puffing bridge, carry on.
No, you guys continue to attempt to milk it for all you can.
I promise you, everyone listening has seen Piff the Magic Dragon because
I
it was
bet
going
you.
around the
I bet
internet
you.
for
Y'all
years.
have Twitter.
Yeah.
I know that.
I'm not disputing Piff. I'm not even disputing Puff.
That's good.
I was clarifying that it's the puffing bridge
Are you disputing
not-
why we're talking about this?
because it's steam driven and it would eject puffs of steam.
Sounds
so
like
it's
piffing
puffing.
bridge.
Piffs of steam.
Piff.
No,
Yeah,
that's not the thing we say.
We're getting muddled. Let's just all agree that it's Piff the Magic Dragon Bridge.
Oh, I feel so bad inside.
As the characters gather together, Xisk explains that he has managed to get together the loot that they left hidden in the river. He has met up with Alice Elise, also a loose, and he has bid farewell to Broad Wolf and Diamond Gap.
We had a very tender moment. It was truly beautiful. We bonded. We are now best friends. They're now part of the KISS partners.
They are really,
you-
but they're not coming with us.
Yeah, you let them go.
Oh no, they had to go. I mean, Broad Wolf was pretty terrible shape after being operated on.
Sure. Where are they going? Like, if we end up there, can we stay on their couch or what?
Well, I have this little thing. I don't know where they went, but they provided me with a communication device of sorts, and I pull out the folded up leather bird.
Huh?
They just said to whisper into it, and they would come when I needed them.
How long did they say that would take?
On foot or by teleportation?
Yeah.
These are
That's a-
different modes
that's a-
of transportation.
I think that's. I didn't ask. We were really having a twin moment, and it was really beautiful. I was caught up in the emotions.
Well, speaking of beautiful, how much money did you get for the loot?
Because Alice Elise, also Elise, was trying to sell me some little smaller version of the what's it called? The thing.
You
The
can say
cock
cock-hardness.
I'm tired of it a little.
I'm glad you got rid of it. Honestly,
But
I'm
it
glad
was-
we never have to say it again.
Yeah, me too. But she was trying to sell me a little prick.
Oh,
It was like a smaller
I'm sorry,
version.
man.
that sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It always is with Alice, Elise, also Elise. It just doesn't seem like a... I figured I should talk to you all, and we could figure out whether that was a good option or not.
Right, because, I was also thinking about the bright blue husker dude. That actually might be a very useful item, and I think we have to spend all this plot here. I don't know what the currency of plot is outside of Mavros.
I've never heard of any other currency, so I don't know.
Companions,
This is my first time encountering it.
I'm so glad you were able to do your banking in this time of great need for the city. It sounds like you've really come out on top.
Thank you.
I had to run some errands before we got to the serious stuff.
Financials are really important to me.
Very.
Right. Great. I'm glad to hear it. Where your priorities lie.
As Xisk defends his financial choices to the sword, Templar relates their story, how they, working with Big Willard and Vanessa, confronted Sergeant Dolomite and discovered further that he had been altered with the parasite.
Yes, you see, while you were bartering for little pricks and cock hardnesses and setting yourself up for financial success, I uncovered the plot. The real plot, not the plot money, the plot of the seat of Mavros.
Nice.
Wherein your sergeant, your so-called boss, has been infiltrated by the Mantis monks. I tried to dissuade him, I tried to convince him that I could help, and he attacked Blaine McNutt, so we had no choice but to dispatch him.
Blaine, are you okay?
Oh, I've been better. I can't lie.
Now, hold on. Was Sergeant Dolomite always working with the Mantis people, or has he just recently been infected?
I can only assume that you missed these very clear signals earlier in your interactions.
I don't think so. I don't know.
He was always just so irritating.
You say he was a bad man, and he clearly was susceptible to this infiltration. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, he's dead.
Oh, sorry?
I tried to incapacitate him, and then he turned around and stabbed his own acid splash bladder. It smells like melons. It's really rather strange.
Smells like melons. All right.
He activated his own acid bomb?
Correct.
Was it like an explosion, or was it just him?
I look up at Blaine and see sort of splashes of acid on him. Yes, an explosion. Yes.
Oh.
Ha. Well, that
bad.
actually tells us how they plan to activate the acid bombs and the other plants.
He was unable to be convinced otherwise. I did try to just incapacitate him physically, and in his last breath, he took a dagger and punctured the bladder.
Are Vanessa and La Jolla here?
Yes, they're right
Phew.
there.
And Vanessa, Big Willard, how'd you do?
You said Vanessa and La Jolla.
It's unclear what happened, but Vanessa, Big Willard, how are you?
The two non-player characters speaking together tell you that they confirmed the story.
I just want to take a step back and just hear Kevin talk as La Jolla and Big Willard in one voice.
Yeah,
that would be
as if I could tell you were pimping that.
Yes, Blaine did suffer more hits than I would prefer him to take. Dolomite was a strong figure, and, well, Blaine is weak, as we all know, so...
I'm getting much bigger forearms carrying you around, hauling you through the air like that. I have to say that I'm looking a bit like Popeye.
I thought you were David Suzuki.
Popeye Suzuki.
Worlds collide.
Merch.
Wow.
Gideon can't take it anymore and burst out with his story.
Good news. Faye won her fight, so she's going to be in the Grand Mustering. She isn't dead. That's good news.
That's
Rock
good.
on.
Is she infiltrated as well?
I don't know. I never saw her.
Yes, we already know your perception of these things is quite low, so good.
Maybe, right? Maybe, for sure, maybe, but probably not, though. So I got back to the ship, and there was a big minotaur on deck, and, using my wily pirate perception, I was like, nah, this isn't right, and Templeton was below deck, and I fought those two off and went downstairs, and, Templeton had killed the rest of the rat folk.
Why?
Well, we did some fighting, I did some running, and after taking down Templeton, I saw that he had one of the skull necklaces that Maeve has. So, this rat folk's been talking to the rat god, and it was a lot of they wouldn't come with me. So then then he made sure, I guess, that they'll never come with him.
Yeah, bad tactics, Templeton.
So, if I'm getting this clear, there were these two separate factions at play. The rat folk or the rat god.
And the mantises. It seems like... I'm not sure how they are connected, though.
I also feel like there might be a third faction in these kind of like metallic beings. Because we saw the ball-bearing goat fighting the mantis people.
Right.
There are metallic beings that we know do Alice Elise, also Eluce's bidding, but also the city's bidding. So I can't tell what's going on there.
You think Alice Elise also Eluce is complicit in this as well?
No. I had a conversation with her where I was very, elusive of details and just trying to see how she reacted. And she just seemed mainly focused on the spoils of battle and things, and it didn't...
Right, like you.
Well, okay, you all left
like
me
me.
there, and I was on the other side of the bridge, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do. I guess we have to do this thing. I have to revive this person, which, by the way, you didn't acknowledge.
Yeah,
Let's
you did
be
save a
clear
life.
on that.
Yeah.
I brought this person all by myself, okay?
I love
Let's
this
not put
fire
that
in you,
down.
Xisk. This is a good spirit you have here. I love it when you're angry like this.
I don't like who I am when I get angry.
Can I... and we're sued. Can I ask, the ball-bearing goat, was it in more similar construction to the puffing bridge guards or to the metallic rabbit?
Obviously it was just a roughly shaped as a goat because it was made from ball bearings. But it didn't look like the rabbit, no. And it didn't look like the metallic guards.
Yeah, so that to me says there's maybe a third party at play. I don't know where that ball-bearing goat came from.
Where's Maeve? Should we have waited to explain all this?
We cannot. She's
when she got
probably
here?
making out with her boyfriend, don't you think?
Yeah, but like the hour's up. Like she should be here.
We should
Yeah.
find her.
What you also notice is that there are a group of people starting to get very upset finding Dolomite's corpse in his tent right in the courtyard of the seat itself.
Right, Templar, did anybody see you fight Dolomite?
I'm not shy when I fight. I don't care, perhaps. I'm glorious when I fight.
Okay, I turned to Big Willard. Big Willard, did anyone see you fight Dolomite?
No, we were fighting in his tent. We surprised him with the monks, and we were all in his tent. So everybody, and he sort of looks behind him, everybody sort of gathered around the tent, and there's all sorts of people talking and clustering in groups.
But there are monk bodies in there?
Yes, the mantis cream went everywhere.
Oh,
That
gross.
sucks.
Do
What
not
do you mean?
call it that.
We've never seen that. That's something new.
Come, would you like to see?
No.
Okay.
Right, so we're not really in jeopardy there. I think it would be safe to assume that those scary bug creatures might have killed Sergeant Dolomite.
Yes, although the melon acid does remain on Blaine and Vanessa La Jolla and Big
Yeah, maybe
Willard.
we should get that cleaned up.
Right, yeah, I'll start wiping.
Yeah, water skin.
I think we shouldn't concern ourselves with politics and the implications of Dolomite's death. I think we should pursue stopping the further explosion of acid bladders inside the crowd, inside the seat of Mavros.
Right. Who I guess do we know, Kevin, who command would fall to if Dolomite died?
Big Willard right now.
Yeah, there isn't really a first lieutenant or anything like that.
Bro.
that
Corporal Willard.
This sounds
Big
terrible.
Willard.
No, this
I
is a
don't- I
great
don't-
idea.
No, I don't love this.
At least he trusts us. We've been doing the work for the whole town.
At least we
Right.
know he doesn't have, acid inside him.
Yeah. Or do we? I look to Big Willard.
hey, I've been with you the whole time.
I know. Show me your stomach, Big Will.
Hey, what is this? I feel like I'm being cornered.
We have to take drastic measures, Big Will.
Why are you acting so suspicious? Here, I'll show you mine, and then you'll show me yours. I left up my I have to take off my chest plate.
It takes so long.
10 minutes.
All right, fine. And he's got this little butterfly tattoo. and he's got there. See, nothing on the back of my neck either.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
that's
Now
adorable.
do you? He looks over at you, Gideon.
Yeah, I'll lift it up. I'm good.
Oh, what a
Booyah.
cute tummy.
Shut it. Shut up about that.
It's so furry.
So furry.
Enough. I hate
Blaine,
this. I hate
Blaine,
this.
go scratch his tummy.
Blaine, I'll chop your hand off.
Should we check on Faye? I mean, I want to check on Maeve too, but I think she can handle herself.
She knows to meet us here. She's smart. Perhaps she's been held back, but I think we must pursue the greater cause here and make sure that this doesn't progress any further.
I agree. I would think this is more time sensitive, and we know where to go vaguely if we can't find Maeve. We could just go back to Pit 14.
Would Faye be inside here at the main seat?
Yes, she would, but they're not going to let you in.
Are you sure? We're currently walking with the captain of the foe fighters now and head of security, Corporal Willard.
He looks over at these foe fighters and he says, Sergeant Dolomite is killed. And these two reveal themselves to be clerics of Mavros. And they don't know who Dolomite is, nor do they care. All they know is
Step
that...
aside, Big Willard. Hello, Blaine McNutt. Prostrate yourself.
What's that you mean? What's that you
Just
said now?
get on your belly, Blaine McNutt. Hold me up.
Your belly.
All right, sure. So he lies down and he holds the sword up. And the two clerics kind of look at each other.
Most exalted clerics of Mavros, see me here before you. I am Templar's Verge, the relic of the great Mavros, holder of this seat. Please let us in. Please, will you let us in? We must stop a plot to foil this great battle.
All right, you can roll me. I'll let you choose between performance or persuasion.
Come on, persuasion.
If you couldn't tell by my cool falsetto, I would love to be assisting.
Yeah, with
me
the choir boys,
You
can I
hear
have
my-
advantage?
My bases.
Yes, okay, but I just want everyone to sort of visualize that. We have a tree on one side. We have a dancing falsetto bear on the
I
other.
didn't say dancing. I would never dance.
You can't help but dance, though.
I can't dance and sing that high.
We have a 75-year-old Popeye lying on the ground with one well-muscled forearm holding the sword up.
Are you not intimidated?
Yeah, what
is the-
isn't magical
there's-
about that?
Tons of people flowing by, and all of them are sort of holding up their holy symbol to, either Thor or Mavros or Perrin or whatever it is, whatever aspect they worship. I would say, you know what? Absolutely. This, because of the uniqueness of the presentation, you can have advantage.
It's gotten their attention, if nothing else.
I'll give you my humming has given you guidance.
Oh, thank you. That's 1d4, yes?
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
18 plus 3 plus 7 on persuasion. 28.
Oh my god.
All right. That is very impressive. You see,
Please let us in, please.
the first cleric, she looks as senior and more impressive than the other one standing beside, and she says, Avron, take these people in, and you will go directly to Faye. I don't want to see. There is no lingering. The seats are taken.
Just quickly, Avron, named after Avron Gray, a.k.a. Avronius, who gave us a great review. If you want to be in the Dice Cast, you got to lay down a review. You get to be an NPC. Moving on.
We are not interested in watching a fight. We are interested in stopping a plot to bring down this entire tournament. Let us proceed.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, come in this way. And he marches very superciliously through the crowd. Out of the way! I have a sword here, a talking sword. And we are here to see Faye. She's the pirate queen, yeah?
What was that last word? Is it superciliously?
Superciliously.
Trying to imagine that in my head. How do you walk superciliously?
In fact, Kevin, stand up and show us.
Yeah, Kevin, I know this is an audio format, but
He is prancing proudly. He is an Aarakocra, so they really know how to walk.
they know how to prance.
They know how to strut. And also, from underneath all of his robes, you see this magnificent sort of black and gold tail that is full display as he's catching the attention of everybody as he's...
I'm just studying the anatomy of this Aarakocra. I'm just like fascinated.
Xisk, come on. Xisk, have some decorum.
Sorry. It's for science.
We're on
If you're attracted
parade.
to the Aarakocra, that's fine, but just try and be more subtle about it.
No, I mean it. Okay.
I shimmer.
Oh!
I shimmer superciliously.
Yes, it's very supercilious.
Turn to face the sun.
Yeah. Swing. Swing.
You guys actually get led in to the... this is the seat of Mavros, and you can hear there are crowds starting to fill. You can see that this procession of temples and churches and various worshippers of Mavros have gone into the arena itself. There is a huge stone ceiling. There is a gap in the middle of the ceiling to let light in. The gap itself is probably, the ceiling is probably 100 feet in the air. There is a huge sort of skylight, probably 30 feet in diameter, that lets light into the place. It is a complete ring of seats, and you can hear this sort of low reverb of thousands and thousands of people talking and murmuring, and you hear prayers over here, and you hear the faint sounds of fighting over there. And the Aarakocra, Avron, is leading you underneath the seats over towards where the potentials wait.
Before we proceed,
Right, hello.
how we prepare to proceed if Faye is infected? We should have planned this out before. I'm sorry.
Right. I feel as though we are outmatched combat-wise in this room.
100%.
Certainly.
So, I hate to say it, but the truth is that if she's infected, oh man, I don't know. There's sometimes when somebody's been infected or taken over by this parasite and they're like docile and can't feel anything.
Like La Jolla was.
Yeah, but if Dolomite
that's
was
a good
infected
point.
and like combative and sentient, I think
To
we'll
be
just have
fair,
to say.
he was only combative after I did attack the Mantis monks who came through the door to...
Oh.
I let on that I knew what was going on. So
Right.
perhaps if we keep it mum.
But he was talking to you before that.
Correct, he was trying to usher us to a quiet place. I don't know what his intentions were, but once the monks arrived, I had no choice but to engage.
Yeah, it seems like there's no rules to this yet, so I think we just got to go case by case.
It seems he was certainly triggered. Once there was combat afoot, he proceeded to detonate the acid bladder, so...
That's good to know, because Vanessa didn't trigger when we were fighting the queen. So yeah, I don't know.
But, she was still in chanting mode, and then we took her away, so maybe there's like a
Right.
trance period or something.
Yeah, maybe Dolomite is like one of the ones that's gone through the entire process.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
let's
we
find
hear-
out.
Yeah.
Avron munches up to it looks like another two different clerics here attending. There's a quiet conversation. Avron keeps pointing back at you, Templar, and the clerics sort of argue back and forth for a bit, and then they nod. And Avron turns around, and he's got sort of this real kind of self-satisfied look on his beak. He says, "Yeah, they were bringing Faye out to talk to you."
Thank you very much,
you,
kind sir.
But no problem. I am here to serve Mavros and
Are you okay?
I'm just overexcited. It's my first time for this working in the seat of Mavros.
In my day, the clerics of Mavros had a good deal more decorum than this. I think things have slipped in the hundreds of years I have been asleep. You should sit down, Avron. You're
You're
losing it.
And you see his head start to cock back and forth as he sort of gets worked up in a very uniquely Air Cochrane way.
I didn't expect this.
The group of you are standing there when you see Faye. right now she is done in a very stunning sort of silver and white outfit. She has the pirate crest emblazoned across her chest. She is sort of smiling at you, and she comes up and she says, Gideon, my stars, how did you get in here? I never expected them to let any of my pirate crew in.
It's kind of a extraneous circumstance. First off, Faye, I mean, you look absolutely radiant. It's a pleasure to be in your presence.
Well, thank you, Gideon. Thank you.
I take a knee.
And look at your friends.
Yes,
Companions.
Companions. We are the KISS partners. There's no
We are
time
the
to get
KISS
into
partners.
it. This is Xisk and Templar's Verge.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
well
my.
met.
Templar's Verge. I've heard of Templar's Verge. It's like the myth of a talking sword. And here you are talking. Oh, dear me. This
Yes.
is exciting.
Try to contain yourself, dear Faye. I'm sorry, is that the appropriate way to address you, Faye?
I am the pirate queen, but here I guess we're all just fighters under Mavros.
I prefer your majesty. That feels right to me. Your majesty.
I would actually prefer that as well.
Your Majesty.
We have troubling news.
Well, I'm about to become the chosen or die trying, so you can understand that my focus isn't 100% on your news. But tell me what your news is.
Yeah, first off, this is kind of small potatoes, but Templeton killed all of the other rat folk, so some of your crew has gone. There's been kind of an insurrection in the crew of the Giant Autumn, and I have bad news about that. That's not really your dealings. I have to go find Captain Ashton Pottix about that, but just to let you know, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but and I don't know what your beliefs are around this, but the Black Crier recently made an appearance and kind of did his little shaky shake around the seat of Mavros. So just wondering what your thoughts are on that.
Gideon, my boy, I know it's exciting to be here, and I hope to triumph, but either way, I am going to proceed into the light of Mavros, and I'm hoping to be able to lead Mavros' battle fleets one day. Now, I'm sure you think you saw the Black Crier, and I'm sure that Pottings can more than handle some sort of insurrection on the Giant Autumn. But I want you to know mostly, Gideon, that I see lots of potential in you. I think you could yourself one day be the Pirate King.
While they're having this conversation, can Xisk and I go behind and
Or
see?
at least to like a side angle to see the back.
We want to see the back of her neck.
All right. So yes, the two of you are able to lean over her while she's talking to Gideon. Just roll me a perception.
You go ahead, Xisk, with my help.
Oh.
How'd you do, buddy?
That's an 8. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Hey, if that had been me, it would have been a 2 and a 4, so it is better.
You don't see any kind of parasite.
So what I will say honestly is I had my own plan to kind of suss this out.
All right.
So what I was going to say is, Faye, your words mean more than I can say, and I'll do everything to keep the fleet in check and do my part on the Giant Autumn. Can I have a hug?
Oh, why, of course you can have a hug, Gideon. Absolutely.
Booyah. So as I hug her, I'd like to feel around on the back of her neck for a bug.
It's getting handsy.
No, I would just do placement, and if there's a squishy lump, that's
Wow.
a problem.
She may just have a soft neck.
Does he always hug like that?
It's either a parasite or a cyst, and she wants to know either way.
Roll me an investigation.
Yeah, with your little bare fingers, investigate her neck.
18.
Nice.
Oh.
There is no lump on the back of her neck.
I'll take that. All right, then I'm just gonna stay in the hug, real nice.
Eventually she kind of, okay,
Sorry,
Gideon.
I don't know. You might die, so I'm just, sorry. I don't think you will. I think you're gonna take this thing all the way to the top, but, I don't know what the honesty is like of some of these other players.
I'm afraid I do have to go prep, but I hopefully I will see you all later when I triumph.
One more question before you leave. Have you heard any of the other potentials use the name Kishagal?
No, I haven't met any of the other potentials. We're all kept in isolation before battle.
Ah.
All right. If you fight a combatant named Uranus, you need to kill him first. He's,
All right.
as Xisk would say, intolerable.
Quite literally, you will not be able to tolerate him.
All right. Well, if he's there, I will certainly let him know.
Perfect. If he is in this final, I'll
The
eat
clerics
my sword.
start to lead. The clerics start to lead her off, and she says, "Good. I hope you get a chance to see the fights. I hope everything goes well, and thank Parings for all his help."
I'll see you at the helm of Mavros' ship, Faye Blade Walker.
Oh, Gideon, I'm sorry about having to send your mothers off on that journey. I hope they get back safe. And she's gone.
Fuck this. Fuck me.
Are you all right,
Didn't-
Gideon?
You... I think he needs a minute.
Okay.
Gideon, are you alright?
Yep, he's going to have to take a minute back outside. We have to get going.
Oh, sure.
There's so much
Here.
to do.
I pick him up and put him on my shoulders, Groot, rocket style.
Sued.
All right.
And lawsuit.
Avron, thank you for your patience. I appreciate you letting us speak to Faye. You cannot just shunt us back outside. There is some sort of plot afoot. We must stop it. People are scheming to attack the audiences, to bring down the arena, the tournament. Please, help us to stop this. I know it's your first day.
It's inconceivable. It's inconceivable that someone would attack here. This is literally the best fighters in the world.
Yes, that makes sense because they are the
There's
most
40,000
powerful.
of us here.
The most powerful, potent blades are all combined here. We're all gathered together. We must. It's perfect. It's ripe for an attack. We have to stop it.
Avron, have you seen any monk-looking people around the seat of Mavros? Gideon, you're putting your hands in my eyes. I can't see.
Sorry.
Can you-
Yeah, I'm kind of bald moving to fists.
He gestures, and then you see a dozen different monk-type figures walking in amongst the crowds and things.
Any mantises?
Oh, roll me perception.
This
You
is
do it
my
this time.
speciality. 8.
No.
God damn
There's
it.
no mantises in all of the seat of Mavros, as far as you can tell.
How does it work for announcing these battles, Avron? Is there a spot where there might be an announcer that could see the entire arena? Is there a place where we could get a good view?
Yes, of course, we have an announcer on the platform in the middle of it races up. But that would, Mavros, oh my Mavros, it would be very distressing to have you go out there now. They would have my head.
Avron, you know what it means to die gloriously for Mavros. You, of all people, would understand this, that it is no shame to lose your head in service
yeah.
of Mavros.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So take us to the announcer platform, Avron.
I suppose. All right, roll intimidation.
We're ruining this guy's life.
Ruining his life. Oh, 23.
Oh my gosh.
He says, okay, the announcer platform is out there in the middle of the arena. If you go in there, it will rise up.
There isn't some sort of underground access to it. We have to stride across the open arena. This is undignified.
I'm sorry, there's no mechanical things. This isn't the puffing bridge.
Right, I was going to say, there's technical elements to the tent city already.
No, we don't do that. You have to go and walk across.
Well, normally it's a whole procession. The High Cleric would go there.
Okay, Gideon's going to walk away from this whole situation.
Wait, you're still on my shoulders. Wait,
I'm going to climb out. Everyone's stressing me out.
Thank you, Avron. You calm yourself. We'll see you soon.
You see all his feathers are like sticking out on edge now because he's like all worked up about this.
Here,
'Cause
Avron.
do you want to walk outside and see arena?
Avron. Do you drink?
I'm going to start right now.
Here. Take it easy. This is really good whiskey. And I give him a little flask. Here, have a sip. Calm down. I have a lot of siblings too, and they have their own issues. I think we share. And as I'm talking to him, I'm just gonna like usher them to go up to the platform and distract Avron.
So you're going up to the platform?
Templar, I feel like I should start heading into the seats. I'm worried that there's going to be some plants in the actual audience.
I agree. I just can't think of another way for us to get the lay of the land other than to get into the middle and see the whole arena laid out before us. People keep dragging us to these underground pods. It's nothing.
I feel like we're not going to be able to see any of like the things on the back of the neck or the stomach if we go in front of them. I think we need to start running behind them to see the parasites.
But there's thousands of them, Gideon.
Well, we got to start now then.
Is it entirely foolish for Blaine to stride out into the center of the arena, implant me into the announcer's platform, and have me rise up as some sort of token? Is it too much showboating? You should tell me now.
If it were me or Maeve or Xisk or Big Willard or Blaine, yes. However, you are a relic of Mavros. I would say if anyone that I know personally my entire life could do it, it would be you.
Is it cool? Is it cool?
It depends on what you say. Rehearse it with me here quick.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going, okay,
You're going to go to the announcer's booth and not say anything?
I was just going to watch. Wow, I haven't spoken to a crowd in a long time. It's
It's
I
fine.
didn't think
It's
I
fine.
would
It's
have
just
this
me.
kind of performance anxiety.
It's just me here.
Okay. Welcome to the seat of Mavros. The tournament shall commence in T-minus 4 hours.
That's really good so far.
Is that good? Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool as hell.
Wow, Gideon, I mean, I haven't felt this insecure in hundreds of years. It's been a long time since I've been at the seat of Mavros. I haven't been here suddenly to just be in front of all these people wanting something from me. I'm not sure.
Right. I mean, how you can think about it this way is that, like, you're a surprise. Like, no one's expecting anything of you. They'll already be pumped that you're there, you know?
Right. Okay. Let's do it. You know, and then I can just teleport back to Blaine when it's time.
That's right.
Okay, great.
I can kind of sneak. I'm going to sneak up some kind of backstairs and get into the actual stands and start running around.
Yes, you should be on point for Maeve when she returns. Wonderful. Okay, see you soon then.
Perfect.
All right. So as you start to make your way into the arena,
I go invisible.
go invisible, and Blaine is picking up on your a little bit feeling stage fright. I haven't even really washed my hair in about 3 days. I'm not sure.
Blaine, this isn't about you right now.
Right. All I'm saying is there's a lot of people here. So he sort of comes out, and again, there's this low sort of rumbling roar of just thousands of people talking and getting seated. And of course, there's also the procession of the temples. So they are making their way around the outside and waving to the crowd, and people are cheering for various ones and catcalling for others. So there's that stuff happening around the outer rim of the arena.
Okay, Blaine, I want you to just walk confidently, like we've worked on, like we've practiced. Walk confidently to the center. You will, I'll be invisible. You'll put me down into the middle, and then I just want you to walk away, okay? I'm going to do a big reveal thing. You're not part of it at this point. I need you to stay within range so I can teleport back to you, but just then your job is to go. You understand?
All right, Xisk, as you are sitting there talking to the Air Cockra,
And whom is usually has been the most agile and jock-like, and then Rend has always been a little bit more like me, but he's just, he's stayed back home and became a farmer there, so it's just, I feel like I've kind of strayed away from the family.
3 or 4 more clerics coming to get you.
How dare you introduce more farmer details when Gideon isn't there to hear it? How dare you, sir?
Hello, we're just having... do I have to go?
Time to go.
Good. The senior woman says, "Where's the rest of you? What's going on? Where have you wandered off? Oh, I knew you were going to try to find seats.
No,
Find them.
we're
It's
full
a
fighters.
bear
We have
and
access.
a lanky man.
We have full fighters. Look, we even have... Oh, I gave my donut coupon away.
But you have your lanyard. Those aren't the same
Yeah, I do
thing.
have my lanyard. We're full fighters. We have access to these fights.
Yes, I see that, but you have blue lanyards. That's for tomorrow. You don't want to spend your blue lanyard here. Today is a brown lanyard day.
Well, no one really specified that the colors had to be for different days.
Yes, of course. There's brown, blue, and gold. Gold is for the final day. You have the second final day, so not the best day.
Now, how do I get into the final one?
Well, you will have to trade it with one of the other foe fighters who has a gold lanyard.
I'm sorry, what's your name? I just want to keep record of this.
What's your badge number?
My name is Ma'am.
Ma'am?
Yes. Short for Mammy.
Mammy!
Ma'am, I appreciate your help. I know this isn't... I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the company. I know you just work here. It's just poor organization as part of the contest.
Yes, well, the foe fighters are not part of the Church of Mavros officially. They are a lay organization.
Oh, I see. Then I'm even less mad at you now.
I'm sure that when I have more time, I will appreciate that. Right now, I just need you and your friends to leave because we have battles due to start in the next few hours, and there are a ton of things to arrange.
Ooh, see, the problem is I don't know where my friends are right now. I kind of lost them.
She sort of stares at the Aarakocra, sort of shoots daggers as she looks at the Aarakocra.
No, Abron and I were just having a good conversation. We're both clerics. We understand each other. We've committed to a god. We're devoted to our gods, and it's...
What is David Suzuki doing walking out there into the middle of the arena?
His name is Flame McNutt. How dare you?
And he's more of a Popeye Suzuki.
So she snaps her fingers, and two of the clerics go racing out into the arena. And she goes, "And what about that little bear you had?"
I didn't have any bear.
The bear folk, the little bear folk, the black and white one.
With
the fetching tie.
My friend, I don't have a bear folk. He's a friend of mine. I don't know where he went.
They're never going to find me. I don't have a tie on. Wow, we really tricked them.
They will never notice.
Okay, roll me your stealth there, Griffin.
Okay. That'll be a 13.
Well, she's obviously too flustered to really spot you where you are. So you're heading up into the stands, going up one set of stairs. You see that there are symbols around the stairs and sections and things. There would be about 80 sections. So which one do you want to start with?
I guess on my way up, I would love to, if there's a cloak or something or a piece of fabric, I'd love to grab that.
There isn't.
Okay, oh, I'm going to steal one from one of the attendees. I'll start with the one I'm closest with. And I guess I'm going to run to, the back row and then just kind of work my way around the arena looking for bugs.
Okay, all right. Just roll me a 4-sider and a 20-sider, please.
4-sider is a 1. 9.
So you are starting at section 09.
Out of 80.
Yeah, don't do
Eventually,
50.
my friends will come help too. Hopefully.
All right. So as you head up the stairs, it's a climb. It goes up about 4 stories high.
Jeez, those short legs are gonna get a workout.
As you go up into the seats themselves, you can see on one side it's section 9, the other side is section 10, and there's a row of about 300 stretching down before you. I would say the place is about half full so far.
I will be searching, if someone has taken their seat already and put the cloak on the back of their chair or whatever, I'm going to see if I can nab it.
I see. All right. Sure. There would be people who are talking and organizing themselves and things. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand. See how good you are at nabbing it.
Oh my God. 9.
Woof.
All right. So this large, well-dressed knight notices you trying to take his cloak. Oh. And he stands up and he's from your view, he looks like he's about 8 feet tall.
Oh, sorry, I lost my keys. I can't believe in the canon of this story that I chose to steal from the 8-foot knight. But yeah, I guess we'll go with that for Gideon's thieving expertise. All right, great.
He was seated. He only looked like a 3-foot knight when you were...
Yeah.
He's all legs.
Well, remember, the whole place is filled with, like, big bristling fighters. That's the...
Absolutely. I just assume I would have chosen someone less armored.
He's a minotaur with a short body and giant legs.
Yeah, it's just legs from the neck down.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I lost my key.
Roll me a deception.
That's the third 2 in a row that I've rolled. That's another 9.
So throw it away.
That's enough for this dice.
All right. So this guy, he pulls out his huge sword, and he says, well, let's see what you can do without hands to reach for your keys.
Copy that. Bye.
Well, let's roll initiative.
What?
Oh my god.
Gideon.
Gets a 23.
And Griffin rolled a nat 1, so 9.
What?
What's happening?
Uh-oh.
All right.
If you die right here,
I'll be fine. I'll be
He
fine. I'll be
gets
fine.
a
We'll be
21 to hit you.
Jesus.
21 hits.
No.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
The second attack isn't as well. He gets a 16 on that one.
16 misses.
oh man.
Connects with his first swing of his sword and lets out this roar. And you see another sort of 8 different knights of all different shapes and sizes, but wearing basically all the same kind of armor, all stand up.
Perfect. I'm going to disengage and run away.
Bye.
and actually, while he's standing up, I'm going to take his cloak.
Absolutely.
Dork. Bye.
Gigantic cloak.
I'm going to disengage as my action. I'm going to bonus action dash, and I'm going to get 60 feet away.
All right, so
Yoink.
which way are you going?
I guess, like, I'm thinking of, like, sports arena. I would love to, like, go underneath the seats, like, to where the concession would be, and, like, work my way around and, like, pop up at, like, section 26 or something.
Yeah, you could do that. You have been working your way around the seats. You
Great.
went up the 4 stories to come out to where the seats start. So if
So
you want to go
tired.
back down to the base, you could do that.
Yeah, I'll go back down to the base and pop on the cloak and circle around.
All right. So you hear the thud of heavy armored feet following you down the stairs.
Whoops. Right at the door, right at the bottom of the stairs, I'm going to throw down 20 ball bearings.
All right, so you go racing over to the next section. You're sort of lost in the crowd. You hear behind you the sound of these heavily armored male and female knights of various races all cracking down and filing in a pile. And you hear the guy roaring in frustration as he's looking for you. But I'll give you a stealth with advantage.
That's better. That is a 30 for stealth.
Oh!
All right.
Holy, what a flip.
Putting the cloak on, you are able to duck and disappear into the crowd, nursing this slice in your side.
I'll just continue my grim looking for bug work now that I'm cloaked.
As you nudge your cloak, you can do 3 perception checks to see what you can see. However, I will remind you that there are literally thousands of people here.
I know. I don't know another option until... I'm doing this until Templar makes their announcement, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh no, what have I done?
Templar never makes their announcement.
Okay, so one's a nat 1. One
Okay.
is a 7, and then one's a 15.
With the 15, you don't see anybody that seems to have a parasite on the back of their neck, although there's a surprising number of people that are reaching back and scratching the back of their necks now that you're looking for that kind of specific activity. You do, however, see monks walking rigidly and strangely through the crowd.
I'm gonna... Are they, like, walking up steps?
No, they're walking around the outside of again, where the concessions would be. They're walking around underneath the steps. As you get closer, you see that they are leading various figures who are walking very placidly and calmly through the crowd with them.
Okay. If I see that, I'm going to follow them stealthily.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Nice. Yes, good.
You all always have, like, so much action, and I'm just, like, talking to my friend, being like, just a farmer, and...
I think we've seen that every time. Every time Chase goes into any kind of stealth, it's the wood and metal combination that never serves him well. Clank, 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 clank.
It's on purpose, Xisk. You just stay and chat.
Blaine looks at you and says, There seems to be 3 clerics running towards us. What do you want to
Run.
do now?
Faster. Okay, stay within 300 feet of me. Hustle, hustle. Up. Hot feet. Let's go, Blaine. To the middle.
All right, he runs up. He sticks you invisibly into the platform that's there, and then he dashes off.
Go, Blaine,
What's the
go.
range he has to stay within?
300 feet for us to be able to teleport to one another.
Oh,
All right.
That's a big range.
So that's his job, is to dodge
Yeah,
everybody.
Well, the arena actually is only about 250 feet. So with you
Right.
being in the middle, you're only 125 feet from him at any one point.
Hot foot it, Blaine. Okay, does anything happen when I am stuck into the ground? Like, is there a mechanism that's triggered?
There is you see that there is a wooden platform basically half buried in amongst the dirt of the arena itself. There is nothing that seems to happen automatically, no.
If only I had hands, or eyes, or a sense of touch. Okay, I wait until Blaine has sort of reached the edge of the arena so that he's not blocking me for sightlines. And
Right.
I will turn visible and try and catch the sun a little bit. I say quietly to myself, swing. Nothing. I was imagining when Averin said that this would rise up, I was imagining something more grand than this, but no, I'll just stand here on my own. I love being a sword. Okay, I muster all of my presence. I think of my former bearers. I think of the Valkyries of Mavros when this wasn't some sort of little kangaroo court shit show. The times when this was a place of glory, when people knew what they were doing to serve Mavros. And I say, followers of Mavros, the tournament shall commence in T-minus 4 hours. I, Templar's Verge, have returned to oversee the proceedings.
All right.
Did anybody hear
So-
me?
It's just like a 10-foot radius. Your voice doesn't carry.
There doesn't seem to be currently any amplifying or voices or anything like that.
Okay,
So,
but my presence.
Yeah. You go ahead and roll me a performance.
I'm gonna have cast guidance on myself as part of this stealing
I
myself
see. Yeah.
for
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Mavros, bring it on. It's a 12.
Okay.
Not horrible, though.
You see 3 drunk ratfolk fighters for the very first row of section 78. They go, yay!
Never mind, this is idiotic. Templar, you're better than this. I will take the time then to see if I can figure out the systems in the crowd, like how people are moving, if there's groups of people who are moving differently than others. I'm hoping to use insight here to tell where people might be gathering.
That's fair. Sure.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
A dirty
Oh, yeah.
20. You do notice there are 3 or 4. These look like barbarians. They are 2 females and a male. They are all trollkin, and they are just sitting neutrally, staring face forward. And the reason they stand out is that all around them, the rest of their tribe are all drunk and howling and smacking each other and happy, and they're all dressed in strange colors as they cheer on their champion, or anticipate their champion.
Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. How's Blaine doing?
You see, so Blade is... The clerics have run past you and are chasing him, so he's trying to avoid the clerics and stay within... 300 feet, so he's disappeared underneath.
Oh, he's gone
You don't know where he
underneath.
He's just running around
Yeah.
the outside of the ring.
Okay, I feel that I've done everything I can here. This is not how I pictured this going. I will teleport to Blaine.
Oh, all right.
Shwoop.
Blaine is huffing and puffing underneath, and he is ducking, and you see at least one of the clerics you can see pursuing you.
Well done, Blaine. Good. Let's find a hiding spot and seek out our companions.
Which?
Which what? Hiding spot or companion?
Do we find a hiding spot, or do we seek out the companions?
Hiding spot first, so the clerics don't find us, then we will find our companions.
Oh, right. Certainly. Okay, just roll me a stealth. You can have advantage.
Well, we have disadvantage, so we will have vantage.
You'll have advantage.
Wow. Trash. 4.
Oh. The person that Blaine ducks behind turns out to be one of the clerics. And he claps his hand down and he calls out for the others.
Blaine, you embarrass me yet again. I go invisible.
You go invisible. So, right. Thanks a lot. And the 2 clerics start to lead Blaine out of the arena because he doesn't have any reason to be there. So he is marching around. Xisk.
Okay, here. Ma'am, I'm gonna be honest with you. I sort of lied just a second ago. I am a foe fighter, however, but there is something afoot, which is why me and my other foe fighters are investigating. We are currently under the command of Corporal Willard. He is now the one in command of the foe fighters. There's a plot to infiltrate the seat of Mavros. There is a group of mantises who are bringing in people with... I know that this sounds really out there, but it's true. As a cleric, I wouldn't lie to you about this specifically. I wouldn't lie to you about infiltrating and putting people with acid bombs inside them. I promise you, if you look, there will be people in the crowd or amongst the fighters who are... They may appear stoned, and not, like a rock, but just kind of blank stares.
You can roll me a persuasion, see if you can explain this to the point where she can.
Come on, man, don't fail me. This is important dice. Yes! Persuasion, that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh my god.
She says, well, let's go talk to the head of the foe fighters, see if we can do some sort of investigation.
Where did we live, Big Willard?
I don't think she's talking about Big Willard.
She says, you, Avron, you go back to the gate. We'll go talk to the foe fighters and see what we can find out about this infiltration.
Avron, you need to meditate more.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And you head over to the tent of the foe fighters. And she says, yes, Dolomite. And you go in and you see the body of Dolomite and the monks there.
This is what I was afraid of. This is what I'm telling you.
She says, what? Okay, so what is going on here? Why has Dolomite been killed? You didn't do it, did you?
No, we didn't. I'm telling you, there were acid bombs inside of these people.
Acid bombs? What do you mean, acid bombs?
It smells like melon, doesn't it?
She smells. Yes, I suppose it does. But there's tons of melon for sale out in the shops.
Yeah, listen, I rolled a dirty 20. You believed me 20 seconds ago.
I do believe you. I just understand why Dolomite has been killed. I mean, people are always killed during the mustering, and of course, there's always fights in the crowd. But this, and what are these creatures here?
This is
I've
different.
never seen these creatures before.
Exactly. These are the creatures we're afraid of. They've been planting the acid bombs inside of the people. I don't know who they're working under.
I see. And you think that there are other people like this in the crowd?
There are people like this in the crowd, like the creatures and the bombs.
Yes, I suppose. Now, who else is in charge of the foe fighters? Because obviously Dolomite is gone.
Well, Big Willard is our senior foe fighter of our group. And to be perfectly honest, no other foe fighter seems to be doing much. Just our group, really.
What can we do? I would have to talk. You can't suggest who you want to.
Who's the High Cleric?
Yes, the High Cleric is the High Cleric Arjun Verthissa. I've seen her preach, and she is glorious. It typifies Mavros.
Well, I think it's urgent that we speak to her. Me and the Kiss partners. I know that name doesn't sound very serious, but we are.
So you guys wander through the crowd looking for the High Cleric's party, and we will flash back to Gideon. So, Gideon, you are following this group?
Yeah.
You see 2 of the people leave the group and head up into section number 23.
Okay, Gideon and Griffin are gonna write that down.
And the rest of them continue on. And what you can figure out is that there is quite a large group, And every section, there's 2 or 3 people that are peeling off from the group to go sit in the sections.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, I'll just keep following him. And there's pretty much just 2 in each section, like, that are going off?
It's hard to say for sure, because again, there's probably another 12 people going up, and so they just mix in with the group as they go up. But yeah, you guesstimate that there seems to be 2 or 3, maybe 4 at max peeling off. So obviously they're just scattering these people throughout the place. And by this time, you probably would have walked all the way around, and you're coming back over to the main entrance, and you see Xisk and the head or the senior cleric go into Dolomite's tent.
I'll notate that, but I'm going to follow and see where these mantis monks go.
All right, so once the mantis monks have walked all the way around, they turn and they leave the seat of Mavros. So they head out the main entrance, pushing past or avoiding the crowd entering.
We're currently in a crowd?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to toss my dagger of returning at the back of one of them.
Oh!
So as you pick up your dagger to fling it, we will see next week what the results of that desperate dagger toss
Oh, what a good move. What a good move.
We just got to let more people see the mantis people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're gonna have to come out of their monk or just take it and be like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. oh no, he got me in my head.
In my butt. You hit my butt.
Thank you very much to Kobold Press for all of the Midgard material. Thank you to the Boy King of Idaho for their outstanding jams you've been hearing every episode so far. To Morgan Ermter for all the graphic design work for the Diaz cast. And if you want to check out our character portraits on our site, diazcast.com, you can head to Grelo's page on Twitter and Instagram at The Art of Grelo. Diego, give us your handles, and if you got a plug, hit us with it.
Hello. You can follow me on Instagram at Diego Stredel, which is STREDEL, or you can follow me on Twitter at DII_Stredel, or also on TikTok. I post dumb stuff on there, and mainly just cling to trends.
Emma.
Hey, you can find me, Emma, on the internet at CinderEmmaB on Instagram. That's kind of the only place you can find me. But I would like to plug Michael Rollins and Caleb Wilden, who wrote the Sentient Weapon supplement, which is a heck ton of fun to play. Thanks for writing it.
Kevin.
I would like to direct everybody to our Facebook page, the Diazcast podcast, or you can find us on internet at diazcast.com. We are also on Twitter. And please download us, like us, and if you leave us a review, we'll make sure that we get you featured, as we did with Avron for this episode.
What a great guy.
You can hop on our Diazcast Discord. You can check out our site. If you have any thoughts or questions or concerns about the show, you can email me, griffin@diazcast.com, or you can use the hashtag #TheDiazcast, and we'll see it. You can find me on all platforms at Griffin Cork, and we will see everybody next week.
Bye.
We'll see you next week.